How's it going, everybody? For everyone watching this as a recording on YouTube, we're going to be starting the stream here in just a few moments. We just got to wait for people to get in here, and then we're going to get on with it. So if you're watching this stream as a recording, you might want to skip ahead like 5 minutes or so as we give people time to get in here. And then I'm going to go over the stuff for, the information. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We're giving people a minute to get in here, but how you doing? Welcome. Hey, what's going on, Skatari? Yeah, it's been a little bit. Been mostly just doing videos and the Discord work. How's it going, Icy Reap? Yeah, I was gonna make a video for today's information, but like it's gonna be mostly relevant for like tomorrow and the couple days afterwards, and I wanted people to be able to ask questions and stuff like that too. Yeah, we should also be on Twitch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is this about the skilling tickets? No. Best of luck with those flips. It's going to be a big one for sure. Those weapons are absolutely nuts. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really excited about it. I think it's gonna be a really. I think it's gonna be a really good release because this is gonna cause like a whole lot of disruption in general for like the weapons market and stuff. So I have a feeling we're gonna have to see some pretty good margins on stuff like ZGS, Kopesh, stuff like that. First day of school, nice, nice. Profits to be made everywhere. Yeah, it's gonna be really good for people doing the PVM and people doing the flipping. I might try to sneak in a couple kills, like maybe I'll try to do some kills while I'm doing flipping. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I really want to do the boss myself. Changing the size of my image here a little bit. There we go. Now I don't look so small. That probably works better. I didn't feel like putting the green screen up today. It gets pretty hot in here with it. I'm not used to getting up at 6 a.m. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. I wonder what, does anybody know what the official release time is? It sounds like you know what time it is. What's the official release time? I'll have to look at see what time it is for me. I have a feeling it's going to be way too early for me. Waiting for those scythes to drop a bit. Yes, yes. They're really high. But scythe is so good, though. And honestly, it's probably going to be really good at this boss, too. You know, because you have to clear the Glacors that it summons. So that sounds like a scythe kind of thing. I don't know if people really will use a scythe, though, because since the boss, like, floats around, I'm not even sure if you can really use melee against it. I don't know. We'll see. I imagine you probably can. I have no idea. But I feel like range is going to be the OP thing again. Because I have a feeling that it's just going to be like Blightbound crossbows, maybe switch to either use bombardment to clear the Glacors, or just switch, or like Greco, or just switch to like chins and throw them at them. I don't know how strong they're going to be, but I have a feeling range is going to be OP again. Obviously with mage you can use Dragon Breath and clear them out and stuff like that, but I don't know. Oh yeah, if you can only use melee if you're like right next to him, that's gonna I have a feeling it's gonna suck for this boss because of the positioning. We'll see how it goes. I know I'm not using melee. I want to see more of the card collections behind you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm pretty soon I'm actually wanting to do like a fun side channel for cards. So you will probably see it. What's the most prestigious trading card you've ever owned? Whether you still have it or have sold it previously. I've owned pretty much all of like the big cards for card games, except for like I don't have like an Illustrator Pikachu or something like that, but for like the realistic big cards. I just realized you guys couldn't hear the music. It's a sad day. I'll just restart the music. No one heard the music until just now. I didn't realize I had the desktop audio turned off. Oops. Oh yeah, we got that muted. All right, we got 33 people in here, about 6 minutes in. So really quickly here, I'm going to be starting the information part of this video because this is going to be like a recorded thing on YouTube for people to watch. Yeah. To quick answer the card question, I've owned 4 or 5 Black Lotuses. I've owned every Mox. I still have like a whole binder full of dual lands for Magic. For Pokemon, I still have a first edition Charizard. I have a lot of first edition original cards. You guys gotta remember though that I've been playing a lot of those games since they came out. So I've got like first edition Ghost Rare Stardust Dragon for Yu-Gi-Oh! I have like pretty much all this stuff. I have a half a page of first edition Monster Reborns. If anybody knows Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic or Pokemon, you probably know what I'm talking about. How can I earn max cash tomorrow? Well, that is literally what our stream is about. So I'm gonna start this here. Okay, we got 38 people. I'm gonna start talking when we get to 40, and then anybody else can just they can watch the recording. I don't want to start it too late. Did you see Lucky Dip news? First of all, the new coins category will let you walk away with 100, 250, or 500 million coins. I think it's gonna be really fun. I can't play tomorrow. You're working? Oh, Jimmy, killing me. I gotcha. Here, let me turn the music down just a slight bit. That's a good idea anyway for the fact this is gonna be people are gonna watch this recording, I'm sure. Okay, we get max cash by Priff fishing. Yeah, dude, you just sit here and fish and Priff, and you get max cash. Okay, so we're at 40. I'm gonna really quickly answer the chat stuff here, and then we're gonna jump into the actual content. That's crazy. Then again, you're a trader, so kind of expected. Yeah, I did trading card games for a living for a very long time. So, you know, when I say like I owned all those things, or I still own a lot of that stuff, it's because I was buying and selling cards all the time. So I just kept whatever I wanted to. Unfortunately, most of the cool stuff that I got, I had to resell because otherwise I wouldn't pay rent. But I did that from like a pretty young age. I started buying and selling cards at like 14 years old, like 13 or 14. I can't find the exact update time. Okay, brownie points for anybody that can find the exact update time for tomorrow, or what generally the update time is, because that way I want to try to be on tomorrow for it all. Okay. Let's jump in though. Oh wait, a couple more things. We'd love to hear from you what we can do tomorrow with less than $1 billion cash stack. Definitely, you will definitely hear from me on that one. Remind me if I don't get to that. I will definitely try to get to that. Definitely waiting to get 450 keys for a good promo. This one sucks. Yeah, just wait for loot duels, man. This one does suck. If you watch my video, it's not a good promo. It was kind of fun to do the video, like always, but it's not a good promo. Blue Moon, and I'm glad they maxed it to 250 levels for the Lucky Dip. Maybe you can have a chance at the gold and stuff. That'd be sweet. Alright. 12 game time. Okay, so it's usually 8 a.m. Eastern time. Oh yeah, I think you guys are right. So yeah, about 5 a.m. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If enough of you guys sign up for Master Pass and you're all begging me for prices at 5 a.m., maybe I'll pop up at 5 a.m. We'll see how it goes. Pay me to wake up at 5 a.m. I'll do it. I'll do it for the office space. I'm trying to be able to get some office space and an assistant. That is just a little insider on what I'm actually planning on using our Patreon money for. Because that will mean much more content for you guys. And yeah, just much more content for you guys. Okay, there's about 60 people on here though. Let's go ahead and jump in now. All right, we're gonna actually start the actual video. So as we go through here, I've got like 4 or 5 main points that I want you guys to be able to remember for tomorrow, and like not just tomorrow, but for the next 3 days, because the next 3 days are going to be amazing for the update. I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit. That way, everyone can for sure hear everything I'm saying, because we're gonna get into like the important stuff now. Okay. The point of today's stream is for me to be able to help you guys to like prepare last-minute preparations for the PVM release. Obviously, you know, if you're prepping for the PVM release to actually do the boss, there's a couple things you can do. I can probably help you out with a couple of those things, but it's kind of pretty straightforward. Just get your gear ready to kill things. But this is going to be mostly focused on the flipping. So for those that don't know, and if you don't know, I encourage you to check out the YouTube channel. And on the YouTube channel, oh, okay, here. One last thing. If you guys have questions, please put them in the chat. And then I will answer them after some of our main points. That way I'm not stopping the chat every time, because we got 60 people here so far. We'll probably get up to 100 or so. So just put your questions in the chat. I will get to them. If I some reason don't, just post it again. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be flipping. It's going to be a huge day for flipping. Every boss release is going to bring in a whole bunch of new items in the game, a bunch of new gear and everything. It's always an amazing time for flipping. If you have not seen like this kind of a thing before, like you never thought about flipping on the boss release, or you know, maybe you're new to flipping or whatever, look on my YouTube channel, which you can find in the description down below. Look at my Raksha video that was like, thanks Raksha for 8 billion. I literally show you guys my GE details on like 4 accounts, I think. I usually flip with 9 accounts on these events, but I went through like 4 different accounts. It's kind of pointless to go through more because it's pretty much the same items on all of them. But I show like 4 different accounts worth of items of like the actual margins of things. So it's a really good idea to watch that video, even if you know what you're doing, because that will give you an idea of what margins look like during an event like this. They tend to get huge, like really, really big margins. So for sure, go check out that video. It's called like Raksha, thanks for the 8 billion or whatever. You can actually see the thumbnail is like a huge Raksha head, so it's kind of hard to miss. But check that out on the channel. Join our Discord down below too. We have over 12,000 members. We're going to be posting things about the flipping and everything all 3 of the days of the main 3 days of the release. Obviously, the stuff will be good to flip after that, but the main days for flipping are going to be the first 3 days. So check out all of it in the Discord down below. Ask questions, work together, find prices together, all that kind of stuff down there. You guys have more questions for me, put them down there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with our first main topic here. I want to make sure we get through all the stuff I want to tell you guys about. So I'm going to like hit a main topic. I'll read some questions. Main topic. I want to try and move through it kind of quickly too. Obviously I value you guys' time as well. Okay, so the first thing, and this is like a really big thing. I want to make sure that I cover this first. Okay, so for tomorrow, especially tomorrow, each day, it's going to get slightly less profit per item. That's just how it goes. So on release, the items are going to be insane. Especially on the very release, the items are going to be insane. Like the margins will be ridiculous. And then they will slowly get worse as time goes on. There'll be good margins on day 2 and 3, but just not as good as day 1. You know, you get the idea. They slowly get worse. And that's just because more of them are in the game. Prices like start to stabilize, stuff like that. So try to hit it as hard as you can on day 1. Also, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, if it's possible for you to switch over to Twitch, that'd be really awesome, because that helps to get our views, like our rankings, and helps more people to find the stream. So if you're able to, that'd be really awesome. You don't have to. Okay. The main first point is buy bonds and start alts. So if you don't have an alt yet, and basically what that is just an extra account to flip on. If you don't have an alt yet, you should definitely get one for the event. The price of a bond is like, you will make that money back like in 10 minutes. So if you currently only have 1 account and you've got a decent amount of gold, then I would highly encourage you to make 1, 2, or 3 extra alts. Like, flipping with 4 accounts is amazing. The math is as simple as this, guys. You can spend a bond, start an account. So let's say you spend 3 bonds, get membership for 3 new accounts. You can do the refer a friend scrolls for those, by the way, which will make it so that you're able to get more XP for your main, which is pretty awesome. So you can actually kind of like double that up, which you can use those during double XP. It's insane XP, actually. So what you can do is you can get 3 bonds, get memberships on 3 accounts. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Those 3 bonds, you will make that money back so fast it's stupid. So then for the entirety of this event, and honestly for like 14 days or whatever for a bond, you'll be able to flip on 4 different accounts. If you find an item that has a buy limit of 5 and is making you 10 million per flip, that's 50 million on 1 account. If you have 4 accounts, that's 200 million gold on 1 item. You can quite literally just copy those prices as you go, do it on all 4 accounts. It's not that hard to manage, actually. If you guys have questions about managing alts, just ask. I use 9 accounts on these events. It's really not that bad. But just for each alt you have, just think about whatever profit you find, you multiply by that. It is incredible. For those of you that are like, I don't have enough money to be able to put on that many accounts. If you don't, that's okay. What you can do is you can flip your limits on 1 account, move gold to the next one, flip here, move gold to the next one, flip there, and continue. You guys can make 20 accounts if you want to. It doesn't matter. You can make an incredible amount of money by using the alts. So that right there is the #1 tip and the most important thing, honestly, when it comes to being able to try to hit max cash during this event. You can definitely do it. And there is no reason not to make an alt. And anyway, if you're doubting it or whatever, you're like, I don't know how much I'm going to make, then maybe start the event. When you make a really good flip, spend that on a bond. Continue spending it on more bonds and more bonds and more bonds. And you don't have to keep those accounts, you know? You can stop using those accounts after the 3 or 4 days of like the event release. You can stop using those accounts. It's fine. Doesn't matter. You know, just don't use them again. You don't have to use them forever. Just use them for that day. Okay. Let me answer a couple questions related to that, and then we'll go around. How much do you think I make with 2.5 billion? I will get into that soon. How to get max cash tomorrow? Just get the big drop easy. You're funny. Let's see. What's Discord details, please? My Discord details? Just look down below. Join our Discord. It's in the description. There's a reason why you come so much louder through my left ear versus my right. I have no idea. That sounds like it might be something with your headphones, or maybe the way that your audio is set up. If I have 350 million, how can I make triple it or more? I'm gonna get that is the main point of all this. So make sure your assistant is young, hot, and looks well in cosplay. My God. Okay. How tough will the new mobs be? That's not really what we're talking about, but it actually will range from super easy to super difficult. If you have 2.5 billion, should I be using a second account? Just answer that, and the answer is 100,000% yes. Use 4 accounts. What do you think the price of the items will be on release? Unknown. We don't know yet. But what I can tell you is there's usually a pretty wide range. You guys gotta remember, we're gonna get another like script, like another book probably, and other stuff. So not everything is gonna be incredibly expensive. Altscape, there you go. And 20 emails for those accounts. It's worth it. Are alts still trade restricted? No, if you give them a bond to give them membership, they're not. What's the event? The event is the release of the Glacor front. All the new items are coming in the game. Everything's gonna be super profitable. Okay, we got through all of those things. We got through all those questions. Go ahead and post more questions if you have them. We're gonna move on to the next main topic here. I want to make sure we move through pretty quickly. Thank you everyone who is watching the stream. By the way, please join on Twitch if you can to help get our numbers up. Please hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel because I'm going to have videos about stuff coming up soon. And join our Discord. Over 12,000 people. Would love to see you in there. You guys can DM me directly if you have questions. Doors are always open. The only thing I ask about questions, by the way, is if it's something that you can just ask in the general chat, like other people can help you with, then try that first. If not, feel free to reach out to me. We just have a lot of people, so it's hard for me to get to everybody. Okay, next one is... sell all your stuff. Okay, so sell everything you're not using. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I've got 100 million to use for the event, that's not that much, or I have 30 million for the event, like someone just said, sell everything you are not using. because you can buy all that crap later. You can buy it all back, and you can buy better stuff back. So if you guys have like 120 herb lore stocked up, you got your 99 stuff stocked up, you've got like some gear and everything that is not perked out or whatever, anything you can sell to get yourself extra money, dump it. And okay, like don't dump it, but like, you know, just sell it off, because the more money you have, the more money you will make in flipping in general. So like, to give you an example, on my account, I didn't buy anything. I bought like pretty much nothing cool, nothing really powerful, until I had like at least 10 billion gold on my account. Because the more money you have, the more money you make. So anyway, yeah, I don't need to beat that in dead horse, but if you have questions about that, just sell off your extra stuff. That is point number 2. Okay, anything I can do with 30 million? LOL, I'm useless. Sell off your extra stuff. Go do some money making methods today. Go use that herblore method, or like, you know, like on my channel, or check out the channel for other methods. Like, do some money making methods to get yourself some money. If you start tomorrow with like 100 million, 200 million, or whatever, you're gonna be in a good spot. Randy says, okay, I'll ask, how can you log in 4 to 20 accounts at a time? You can log into as many accounts as you want to on your computer. There's nothing that just stops you from doing that. You just have to be able to do that. If by the way, if you are using alts and you're like, my computer can't handle it, then just put everything on minimum. There you go. And also close your Chrome browser, because that actually takes up quite a bit of your memory and everything. So just have RuneScape open and put everything on minimum. You don't need to have good graphics while you're staring at the Grand Exchange. It's just not a thing. Okay. Let's see. Are you giving away anything? Free knowledge. Honestly, AME, the shit that I'm telling you right now, if you listen to this whole stream, if you follow everything in this stream, if you look in our Discord and learn the shit in there, if you look on the YouTube, there's almost no way you won't be a billionaire in RuneScape. So yes, I am giving you something amazing for free. I'm giving you all the information you need. I'm not holding anything back. So feel free to ask questions. I have an itchy red patch on my elbow. That doesn't sound good, Josh. What if you lose all your money flipping? Then what? You'd have to try really hard to do that. Honestly, it's very rarely do you do that. I don't know if anyone's actually done that. What items should we be looking at flipping? Sorry for already answering. Just joined a bit ago. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna cover that soon, so I will get to that soon. Let's see. I'm just coming back. What event? Glacor front release tomorrow. Let's see. Chrome eats some RAM. There you go. All right. No problem, Amy. You don't need another program to do it. I forget what it's called from years ago. The only thing you need extra to be able to run multiple programs on RuneScape is, like, if you're on a Mac, it might not want you to open up more than one RuneScape browser or one RuneScape app. You can just, like, literally Google how to open more than one app on Mac, and it'll show you how to do it. It's not hard to do. It's actually very easy. It's like copy and paste. So, all right. Let me go on to the next point. Please put your questions in there. Guys, we have 89 people on here. It's awesome because we barely ever stream. So, like, that's pretty amazing. You guys are champions. Thank you so much. Hit that follow, hit that sub if you have not before. Also, too, before I jump on this next thing, tomorrow in Master Pass on our Patreon, you can check out that down below in the description of either Twitch or YouTube. On our Master Pass, we're going to be having exact buy, exact sells, and updates. Everyone working together all day long for the release. The average people make on that day is like $1 billion plus. We had people that are making $3 billion, $4 billion on the last one. There's people that made more than I did last time because I was like helping people with prices. And someone's like, I made like 3.8 billion. I was like, damn, dude. All right. Next one. Here we go. Next one. Please put your questions down below, though. I'm here for you to help you, literally. All right. Start with finding the margins. Okay. This is super important. As I just said, if you're a member of the Master Pass, you're going to get all the margins are going to be hand-fed to you. You're just going to be like literally sitting there printing out billions. It's going to be great for you. I'm happy for you. But if you do not have the Patreon, which many of you won't, just go find your margins. If you need information on how to find prices, you can look in the Discord, as we mentioned a couple times in the Discord. Go down to Flipping School, and then in Flipping School, you're going to see, I'm like following it down, you're going to find price checking. Look at price checking because price checking shows you all of the basic ways to do price checking. The thing about tomorrow is that you're going to want to kind of do more of like a guesstimate when it comes to like finding out the price of something. If an item is 50 million, like let's say you instantly bought it for 50 million, you might want to aim for like a 10 million margin on that. Like a new item is 50 million. If a new item is 100 million, you might want to aim for like a 15 to 20 million margin on that. At release, items have incredibly high margins. So if you don't have Master Pass, you're not getting all the prices fed to you, and you're finding them on your own, just do a lot of trial and error in the beginning. Don't worry, don't freak out too much about you being like, oh, I lost a little bit of money, or oh, this is taking extra time, oh, I could be making billions. Especially if you have your alt accounts, you're going to have more buy limits. Just take that time to do your research and then write it down. Literally take a notebook out. Handy dandy notebook. And write down, oh, the profit for this one is like 10 million. It bought fast. It sold slow. Maybe I'll try to buy it for lower. The margin might be a little bit better. Take notes and make your, or like a spreadsheet. Anyway, the point is to be able to just record the information so that you know what to look for. And then what you do is, for the rest of the day, you just make bank because you know what to do. If you've got in your notebook that the sigil of blah, blah, blah has a 15 million margin, then at noon, when you go to instantly buy one for 200 million, then you'll know to non-instantly buy it around 185. Having that information is going to make it so you get a lot more flips in. So have a notebook, use the price checking stuff I just talked about. It'll be awesome. Outside of Master Pass 2, I'm sure people are going to be posting it in the free flipping sections as well. So there you go. We have 108 people. You guys are freaking champions, honestly. Like, this is great. All right, let's see. I'm gonna answer some questions, and we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, do you have any tips, people, on how to find margins on new items that have marketplaces that? Okay, yeah, I literally just answered that. Good questions, Guitari. Gothixie and Cash is pissing me off. Okay. Sorry, let me rephrase on new items that don't have market prices. Oh, okay, yep. I just answered that. If you guys have more questions about that, just ask. You should stream more. I watch every single one. Hey, I appreciate the support, dude, for real. Love your Fashionscape video, by the way. I'm happy people enjoyed that, because I was like, you know, I really want to make a video about this, just to have a fun video. So I'm glad people liked it. The assassin outfit is nice. Will anything be posted in the BFC channel? Honestly, on the last release and on a Raksha, BFC Billionaire Flip Club on the Patreon was almost as good as Master Pass. Almost. Like Ascensions had a 20 million margin, boy. Like Ascensions were making they were making 80 million per account. I was like, what is going on? And like even when they slowed down though, Ascensions were still 10 million a piece. It was incredible. Like Nox had like 5 to 8 million margins. So yes, BFC is going to be a hot channel as well. Also, too, whenever you're a Patreon member, you get everything below. So if you're a Master Pass member, you have access to BFC as well. New release items are only posted in Master Pass. That is true. Yeah, brand new release items are in Master Pass. Those guys are like amazing supporters. They really push like the progress for our community and everything. So they do get the ability to get all the brand new items. That doesn't mean that other items aren't good though. The margins open up massively. For Flip Mastery, it's going to be good too, because all that next gear goes wild. You know, like Pernix is probably going to be expensive as shit tomorrow. So much power creep. PVM content is going to be so trivial now. I know, it's honestly going to be pretty great. Mr. Six, if you want to know how much it is, click down below on Patreon. It will vary depending on where you're buying it from, like what country you're from. Do you think Onyx will ever go lower again? They usually crash when Free Death Week stuff happens. Well, if that's your historical data, then it'll probably repeat. What Patreon membership do I need for shared prices? All of them have shared prices. All of them do. The Master Pass will have all the new stuff, and that's meant for people who want to make like $1 billion or more tomorrow. That's what Master Pass is for. You don't have to have that, but if you want to make max cash tomorrow, that's where you want to be. Chimichangas for everyone. There you go. Also, too, for everyone coming in, if you haven't watched the Thanks Raksha for 8 billion video I did on the YouTube channel, that will give you a really good idea of what Master Pass looks like tomorrow. literally, that is the stuff I was posting. Like, Saren Godbow had margins of like 25 million. It was amazing. How much do you need to start with to aim for a billion profit? That's going to greatly vary depending on what you're using and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, you could probably start with like somewhere between 300 and 500 and earn a billion that day. You got to think that whatever you start with, you're gonna earn more as you go. Okay, guys, let's go on the next big topic thing. So the next one is just looking at older items. So this is something I've actually kind of covered as we went through here, but looking at other items that are not the brand new items are going to be really, really key. Ascension crossbows, Nox items, other tier 92s. So just because the new items are coming out, like the tier 95 melee stuff, people aren't going to have that in the beginning, you know? And they have to go get it. So they're going to be buying gear to go get those things. And usually when they buy gear and they sell their other gear and everything, they're going to be instantly buying, instantly selling. That means the volatility of those items are going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. So basically, like, all the tier 90s and everything like that should have big fat margins. So don't ignore older items just because the new ones are really good. Codex, stuff like that, it's all going to be really good too. Something else too is if something's crashing, it also can have really good margins. Like, if ZGS and Kopesh crash tomorrow, which they probably will because people will freak out on them because they're lower tier now. Woo! Just because they're crashing doesn't mean they're not going to have a good margin. You know, people are going to be like, oh my god, should I buy a ZGS since it's dropping hard? People will be buying them just as much as people are selling them. Okay, let me answer whatever questions you guys have. If you get a new item from the boss, should you chuck it for max cash in GE or try to sell it in forums? If it's like the tier 95 melee, it's probably going to be above max cash, so you'll want to sell it on forums. Any idea why vulnerability bombs are going down? Because people usually stock up things for these events, and so probably right now, they're dumping them all. So I would imagine in a day or two, they'll probably rise again. It's just the reason why popular things will dump down in price, like onyxes and vulnerability bombs and a lot of that other kind of stuff. The reason why it dives down when you're like, oh, the release is happening right now, why aren't they going up? All the people that were hoarding them are trying to sell them to get their money out of it now. And the more it drops, the more they panic, and then they just dump thousands of them. So when that dump stops happening, then they'll start rising back up again. It's the exact same reason why the supply prices go down for double XP sometimes. Do you think the margins will be good in the afternoon instead I have to work tomorrow? Yeah, definitely. All day tomorrow, margins are going to be really good. Day 2, they'll still be pretty good. Day 3, slow down quite a bit, but pretty solid. And then usually after day 3, stuff kind of tends to be a little bit more normal. So educated. Guess range gear is going to soar over the next few days. Range and magic. Personally, I'm gambling on range and magic, yeah, because with melee, okay, so the boss has the thing where it's got the 2 pillars, and you have to like stand in a certain spot. That just sounds really bad for melee, you know? Like whenever you get in that like the positioning type of things, melee is usually not what people use. Also, too, for clearing out the mobs and everything, chins, bombardment, Greco. Dragon breath. There's all kinds of ways. Detonate. Like there's so many ways to clear out those Glacors, and probably a more effective way than bringing in a scythe switch. So I'm personally guessing that range and melee mage and range are going to be the way to go. I would probably say range, and that's just me. And the reason why I'm saying range is because Ruby but criminal bolts. Obviously, Ruby bolts are like best in slot of like everything. So that's my guess. I could be wrong. I'm by no means a PVM master, but just going by the obvious things we can see, that's what I'm guessing. So given that information, you can make investments tonight for stuff that might spike tomorrow morning to give you guys a head start on tomorrow. But you know, that's just the stuff I'm guessing. That's just the stuff I've seen from like previous boss releases. Make your own educated guesses when it comes to investing overnight. You only have about 300 million? 300 million's good. 300 million, you make a lot of money tomorrow with 300 million. You could easily go from 300 million to $1 billion. Just flip the new stuff. Make more than one account. You can still do that with 300 million. Do you price of white trying to buy don't want to be merged? Do you know? I haven't honestly been paying attention to party hats. They're ridiculously manipulated, and any day now Jagex is gonna pull the plug on the people doing that real world trading crap, and then they'll drop down to like 20 billion. So I'm gonna wait until party hats die, and then I'll buy them back. Hey, I found you. It's been years. Came back. I couldn't think of your name. Hey, well, I'm glad you found me. I'm super excited for Glacor Front. Low-key, wasn't all that hype for Node on Front, but this upcoming boss looks really good. I was pretty excited about Node on Front, but I am much more excited about this one, yes. I think this boss is going to be super fun, especially for people that are like more casual, want to get get experience PVMing. I think it's what people really need. Also, infinite free deaths. Like, what's up? Hell yeah, let's do that. Like we need that kind of stuff. Do we have anything to unlock tomorrow? Do we have anything to do to unlock tomorrow's boss? Not that I've read, but I could have easily missed something. I think that getting a Glacor task for Slayer could be good, because I imagine that it works on them. Maybe if not the boss, it works on the minions. I don't know, but getting a Glacor task seems like a pretty good idea for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? I haven't played at least 2 months. Tomorrow is the Glacor Front release. So a bunch of new PVM stuff. We're going to be flipping it and everything. What about flipping common loot? Any good? There's not usually that much common loot when it comes to these new boss releases, and they're not usually worth your time over just doing the gear. You don't usually have time to do that because you're usually like getting your buy limits back up and everything like that. I plan to learn a manual rotation on tomorrow's new boss. Awesome. Hard mode needs to be unlocked, having normal mode and all 5 options selected. Yeah. I think he meant like something you could do before tomorrow. You know, I played Summoner's War for a little bit. You going live tomorrow? I don't know. That's a good question. We'll see. We'll see. I will be in the Discord literally all day long. So any of you guys that are going to be in Master Pass with me tomorrow, I'm going to be in the Discord all day long posting prices in Master Pass with you guys, so we can all flip together and everything like that. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off now. Even though we have over 100 people, it's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are amazing. Please check out our Discord down below if you guys have any questions regarding the event tomorrow or anything. Check out the Patreon page down below if you want to support the channel. Tomorrow is going to be a really good time for any of the Patreon stuff, so there you go. If you guys are interested in becoming a year member, you get 16% off, which is pretty awesome. I'd say it's pretty awesome. Saves quite a bit over the year. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. You guys are champions. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go to the gym, then I'm going to relax and prep up for tomorrow because, yeah, I'll be on all day long. So